Alright, welcome back, YouTubers and Madden fans. This is Madden Money Shot doing my first Madden 19 preview. We're going to go over some of the rookies that were taken in this year's draft, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on not necessarily who are going to be the best rookies in the NFL, but who are going to be the best Madden rookies. They don't always go hand in hand. Now, the criteria for this is simple. Who I think are going to have the highest overalls are going to play a part, but also the things that really matter in Madden, like height, speed, strength. There are certain stats and attributes that really matter when it comes to Madden, more importantly than just about everything else. Now, the roster that I'm using is real simple. If you guys want to pick it up yourself, if you're on PlayStation, I'm sure there's one of these on Xbox as well, even though I haven't looked. Just go to your customized settings, go to Shared Manage Files. I'm currently using Thomas Draft. It has 1,900 likes. It's pretty well made. All the rookies plus undrafted free agents. This guy does this every year. I don't know where this comes from. Lamar Jackson's got to be one of the best Madden prospects in this year's game. I mean, without a doubt. The guy ran, I think, like a 4.3 or something like that, like a 4.38. He has a really strong arm. He's not a very polished passer, which is something you're going to have to work up. But let's be honest, quarterbacks are one of the easiest positions to work up in this game. So without a doubt, he's going to be one of the most sought after quarterbacks in this game. With that speed, I mean, it's unreal. Another guy that really stands out, to me at least, is Josh Allen, the Wentz clone out of, I think it's out of Wyoming or something like that, North Wyoming, some crazy college. Either way, this guy has probably the strongest arm in the NFL the second he walked into it. The only people that I think can really compete are maybe like a Matt Stafford, but arm strength is huge in this game. I mean, if you get a speed receiver and you just loft it up and let him run underneath it, I mean, that's going to be touchdowns, touchdowns, touchdowns all day. Next up at the running backs, this is a guy everybody knows about, Saquon Barkley. This guy here was the #2 pick. Madden is going to make this guy an absolute monster, and I'll tell you why. It's rookies like this that sell the game that people can't wait to use. Everybody knows about him. It's going to be pretty impossible to get him. I mean, this guy, he's an amazing athlete. He ran a 4.4. He returns punts. He catches the ball extremely well. He's going to be probably the highest rated rookie in this year. So I'll try to give you guys some sleepers, guys, you could probably get a little bit easier. Now, one of the real sleepers in this class is Nyheim Hines out of the Colts, drafted in the 4th round. He's had one of the fastest 40 times, possibly the fastest in a 4.38, slightly faster than Saquon Barkley. He's got pretty good agility, good spin moves, stuff like that. If you watch his tape in college, he's a really good player, and like I said, nobody's going to know that he's there because he was a 4th round pick. Now, for me personally, there wasn't a lot of great receivers in this year's draft, but there's some pretty good steals out there, some sleepers that you can definitely build up, like DJ Chark, drafted by the Jacksonville Jaguars in the 2nd round. This guy, without a doubt, was one of the fastest receivers in the draft. He ran a 4.34, so he's going to have really good speed. He also has 6'3" in height, so this guy's going to have all the physical attributes. Like I said, he was a late 2nd round pick, so you're going to have to work him up, but that shouldn't be too hard for a receiver with this type of skill set. Another real late round sleeper is Equanimeous St. Brown out of Notre Dame. The Packers got him basically in the 7th round. He was like a late 6th round pick, but this guy's got all the physical attributes. Once again, he's a 6'5" athlete, ran a 4.48. I mean, this guy right here, he didn't have a great year in college because he really didn't play with a great quarterback, but this is a guy you can definitely build easy with that size and speed. I don't think it was necessarily a great year for tight ends either, but Mike Gesicki, I don't know if that's even how you pronounce his name, but he is without a doubt an amazing athlete. I mean, 42-inch vertical at 6'5", 4.5 speed. I mean, this guy, he was probably the best athlete, maybe the best athlete in the entire draft at the tight end position, so he's somebody you can definitely work up. An honorable mention, probably to Dallas Goedert. The Eagles tight end in the 2nd round, probably has the best hands, so have really highly rated hands, but other than that, Gesicki's it, man. He's an amazing athlete. On the defensive side, everybody should know about Bradley Chubb. He was the 5th pick in the 1st round, I think. Outstanding pass rusher. He's going to come on the scene right away and have a big year. But not a lot of guys know about Josh Sweat. This guy was taken almost in the 5th round, a late 4th round pick by the Eagles. They said when this guy was drafted he was a 1st round talent, but it was injury concerns that had him drop all the way to where he did. Now, luckily in Madden, injuries don't mean nothing. And what makes this guy special is he had one of the fastest 40 times in the entire combine as a defensive player. He ran a 4.53, which is faster than Bradley Chubb's 4.65. So, in my mind, all you really need is speed coming off that edge, and this guy has that for days. This guy here, not a lot of people are going to know about him. He's going to be stashed deep on the Eagles roster because they have so many defensive ends. So you can probably sneak this guy off of that team with a nice trade. Roquan Smith was probably the best middle linebacker. Once again, a high draft pick. Everybody knows about him. But a real easy sleeper. Everybody knows about Shaquem Griffin, too. I mean, this is a guy came into the combine, has only one hand. It will be interesting to see if Madden adds that into his animations. You can see the guy here that made this couldn't do that. But everybody should know about him because he's an amazing story. But what people don't understand, too, is he's also an amazing athlete. He had the fastest 40 time recorded at the as far as a linebacker goes at the combine, and I think like a decade or something like that. I mean, he ran a 4.38, which is like safety speed, cornerback speed, you know, top level speed. He might be the fastest player on the Seahawks the day that he walks onto the team. And you know, like I said, I think everybody's going to want him the same reason everybody wanted Tim Tebow and stuff like that. These great stories that come through the NFL. But without a doubt, I mean, he's going to be a monstrous player if you work him up a little bit. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick, will probably be one of the fastest cornerbacks the second he drops in the NFL. He ran a 4.32, which is absolute burner speed. He's not going to be quite the athlete that a guy like Patrick Peterson is because he's not 6'1". He's only 5'10". But he was the 4th pick, so he's definitely going to have a high overall, and he's got all the athletic attributes that you're going to want in a corner. Now, a real sleeper candidate is Holton Hill. This guy's 6'2". He ran a 4.49, just under 4.5, so he could have close to a 90 speed. But with that height, he's going to win a lot of jump balls. Now, one of my personal favorites, a guy that I'm going to go hard to get, is Derwin James. He's a 6'3" safety. A lot of people thought that he was the top safety in the draft. He went second behind Minkah Fitzpatrick. But without a doubt, man, look at the speed. I mean, that type of size and that type of speed, this guy is going to be unstoppable in a cover 3. You're not going to be able to throw the ball past him. You're not going to be able to throw the ball over him. He's going to win jump balls. This is a guy that I'm going to try to get to be a corner piece on my defense. And if I can't get him, I'm going to get Trey Flowers. This is another guy who was drafted by a team that knows how to pick big physical secondary players, the Seattle Seahawks. This guy here, very similar to Derwin James. He's 6'3", and he ran a 4.49. So this guy right here should have everything you need to basically build up and be the same thing that Derwin James is at a much cheaper cost. Another really good sleeper option is Ronnie Harrison. I think he was like a 3rd round pick. The Jaguars did a really good job with their draft. He's just a really good athlete, a little bit higher rated as some of these other sleepers that I told you about. He originally was thought to be possibly a late 1st round pick. I saw the Eagles getting mocked to pick him up. But that's it. That's the end of the video. If you guys want to see more preview videos for the rosters and for the teams, do the favorite like button. I'll do that. Other than that, thanks for watching. Madden Money Shit out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.